Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie. Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie.
Yes, sir. Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie. What's the name, please?
Name is Lee. Lee, my Echo. I'm in Greencastle, Pennsylvania, just next to Hagerstown, Maryland. You know where it is, right on the Maryland-Pennsylvania state line.
Roger, Lee. And what radio are you running?
I have a FLEX-6600, running about 1,200 watts. Let's see what else. Oh, Radio Sport headphones to yourself.
Okay, so as I look at your audio, you're running fairly unprocessed now, and if you would be interested in fattening up a little bit, we would start with the compressor engaged at about a 3, about 30% of the capability of that compressor, a 3 out of 10, 30 out of 100, 30% of the compressor engaged. Roger?
QSL, hold on. My processor, I got normal, on, DX, and DX plus, QSL.
Yes, DX.
All right, this is Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie, DX plus is on, sir.
Roger. Now, you do have just an on? You do have a processor on, Roger?
QSL, the processor is on.
Yes, sir, but I mean, do you have a 3 selection on DX or DX plus, something like that?
Yes, I have DX plus as well.
Okay, so what I want is just barely on there. Try it just the first thing, like if you have one that says on, we'll just turn it on, Roger. We just want just about 30% of it.
QSL, it's on processor is normal. Processor is on and normal.
Yes, sir. Okay, now I want you to go to your ALC with mic gain in hand, and I want you to adjust your ALC where you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, so you can see where the meter is, and adjust the mic gain to where your ALC meter is running mid-scale to 2/3.
QSL, yeah, it's about right there now. It's at -5. It's -10. It's about 2/3 there, Jim. Go ahead.
All right, and then we go to your equalization.
Yeah, I have it on right now. It's on equalization.
Okay, and what kind of equalization do you have? Is that a 3-band, an 8-band, or more?
8-band.
Okay, so what I recommend is that the mid-range EQs be in the flat mode. Anything from 700 cycles to 1.5, just have those neither cut nor boost. Those should be flat. The whole idea of an equalizer is for the top to catch up to the bottom, and the top to catch up to the mid-range, and the bottom to strike balance to the mid-range. So if you push the mid-range, it's so much harder for the top and bottom to catch up. So I suggest that you keep the mid-range controls flat, anything from 700 cycles up to 1.5. Roger?
You're saying put those all up to 1.25, the first two. I got 63, 125, 250, and 500 are the first four. You want them all to 0 yourself?
Right. Frequencies, all frequencies between 700 cycles and 1.5 kc should be in the flat range, neither cut nor boost. Roger?
Hold on.
And that sounded like you might have pushed something in the mid-range. Like I say, do you have a control on each frequency that is a plus or a minus as far as push or roll?
I can roll with each one. Now, the first 5 are all at 0. Just go ahead.
First 5 from the top down or from the bottom up?
I'm going from 63 up.
Okay, so let's let's put everything flat and start with a clean board. Put all your controls to the flat mode, and I'll listen to you and figure out what we need to do. Roger?
QSL, they're all flat now. The only thing is on is the processor. It's normal, QSL.
Yes, sir. That sounds better. Before, I think you were getting a mid-range push somehow. All right. So now, what on the treble EQs, the top EQs? What are those numbers? That's a parametric EQ, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, I guess. Yeah, 63 is the low, I guess, and 8 is the high. And we just
Roger. Okay, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to go back to your ALC now and reset your ALC for mid-scale to 2/3. You know, anytime you do an EQ change, you need to always go back to your ALC to double check and make sure you're still at mid-range to 2/3. So before we go any further, go back to your ALC and do a voice check and make sure you're mid-range to 2/3.
QSL, Jim. My thesis, I can come down one. Hold on. This is Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie. I'm at 2/3 there. Jim, go ahead.
Okay, I'm taking it you're running a hand mic. Is that a Roger?
Headset.
Okay, sir. On that headset, I want you to take that boom, if you can, run it straight out in front of you, as far as you can get it, and at the last minute, take a 90. Run it just as far out as you can get, and then take a 90 right at the last minute. Try to get that boom mic further from your mouth if possible. Lee, I didn't realize that boom had so much slack in it. Gosh, did you make the 90 so it's in front of your mouth, Roger?
About 2 hands away from my mouth.
Roger. Okay. Well, let's rehuddle on that. Usually, headset mics do not have that much leeway. What I'm looking for is for that mic to be about 4 inches in front of your lips. About 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches in front of your lips. Roger.
QSL, it's about that now. 3 to 4 inches there, Jim. Go ahead.
Okay, so, and then go ahead and reset your ALC, that we've got that worked out now. Go ahead with that position, reset your ALC or double check it.
All right, this is what X-ray retard is
You're still not quite as fat as what I would like. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Maybe let's take another strike on your compressor and move it up to that next position. What is that next higher position on your compressor?
QSL, I will do that, sir. Hold on. This is DX Plus. This is Kilo X-ray 3 Charlie running DX Plus.
All right, and just make sure we can use that. Just give me a dead key for about 3 seconds, and let me see where that compressor is going. Just a dead key for 3. All right, it looks good there. We can run that. It's not compressing overly, so we'll just run it like that. Now, go back to your EQ, and let's see if we can get some better EQ going there, Roger.
QSL, Jim.
Okay, so it really sounds mid-rangey. It really sounds mid-rangey right now. So what I want you to do is, gosh, I usually don't advise this, but take your mid-range and pull it back. Everything from 700 cycles to 1.5 K. Pull it back 2 clicks. 2 clicks on those frequencies, everything from 700 to 1.5 K minus 2. Roger?
this which one of your, Jim, this is 125 minus 2, 270 minus 2, 500 minus 2, and 1K is minus 2 QSL.
Roger. Now, I want you to go at 250 cycles. I want you to take that to flat. 250 cycles. I want you to take that to flat.
Flat.
That's plus or minus 0. Roger.
Roger.
All right, now I want you to tell me about your antenna in 10 seconds or so I can hear you.
So, I'm running right now an off-center dipole is at about 45 feet. Had it up about 3 or 4 years. Hopefully this spring I'm going to replace the coax cable to help my son, but I can't do anything like that anymore. But that's what I'm like to hopefully. And right now I'm just working on this audio because I get to record it. But it has no kick. Go ahead.
Roger. Now, do you have a equalizer in the 700 cycle range, 700 cycle?
Yeah, I got 4K and 8K.
No, that's too high. 700 cycles. It's, 700 cycles.
500 to a K, QSL.
Okay, as you come up from the bottom, 63, 150, 250, 500, so you're coming up from the bottom, somewhere around 500, 700 cycles. You have a control there?
Yeah, I do. I have control 500 and 1K, QSL.
Yes, sir. Well, try it at 1K then, and that would be minus 3 from where it is. Minus 3 from its current position, Roger?
QSL, I think that's where I put it now, just minus 3.
Okay, and the other thing is you're still not queuing up as far as dynamic range. What I want you to do is, do you have a watt meter or a power output meter?
No, I don't. I just have the meter on the amplifier.
Do you have a RF out meter position on your radio so you can see your meter banging there as you speak?
Yes, I do. It's approximately, I have it set for about, set for 26 watts, QSL.
Okay, now the power output meter, you can't really set that. I mean, you can set it, but you can't, well, what I want you to do is look at that power output meter as you speak. And the idea is that through your voice, you want to keep that meter banging in the sweet spot. That is, you don't want to turn away from the mic, lower your voice, or any of that stuff. You want to try to keep that needle up in the sweet spot of the power output as much as you can. And you can tell when you back off the mic a little bit, that meter falls down. Well, you want to watch that meter as you speak, and you want to keep that meter up to the sweet spot. Roger?
Yeah, I wonder. It backs off, but I'm not really sure how to do that. It goes up to about 25 and then it backs off, but I guess that's what I have to do somehow.
Well, no, I mean, what you're looking for is 100%. That's at, I don't know how your meters is. It's like a VU meter. It has a 0 level, right, almost vertical on the movement, and wherever your sweet spot is, that's where you want to try to keep it. So, it's not at 25%. It's more like at 100% of the radio, or 90%. But anyway, I want you to be cognizant of your modulation level by watching that meter and trying to keep it up through your voice. Roger?
Yes, I understand. I failed to let you know that I do have a medical problem in my throat, and I'm getting to way. Yeah, I have medical problems, but I guess that's the main problem there, Jim. I'm really haven't powered I need to bring up my AGC a bit, I guess. It's about 10 now. It's not 3/4. Go ahead.
Roger, Lee. Well, you know, that's the whole thing about electronics. We can make it work for us. Whatever our problems may be, there's enough electronics in our radio to make it work that we can use it. And so that's the whole idea. I think you're doing much better now with that compressor activating more than where it was. I like that setting. Your dynamic range is coming up. I think that maybe you might be able to bring your mic level up just a little bit, and that may also help you. Like I say, we want that radio to work for us. We don't want to strain. So whatever's comfortable for you as a projection level, you should do that, and then compensate through mic gain, bring the mic gain up so it reads we want it to read, even though we're not necessarily projecting hard. Roger?
Yeah, QSO. I think it's doing pretty good, you know, because I'm running the 1257 watts right now, and I only have a little bit of power on my output meter because it's so low. The only way I can keep it up is turn off the amplifier, and the power goes up to, you know, bring it up to 100. I can keep it up to there. It seems to have more punch up there than it does using the amplifier. Go ahead.
Well, not really. You want to keep your amp on. I think you're doing a lot better, sir. Like I say, the main thing is to keep your eye on that either the watt meter or your power output meter on your radio, whatever that you usually look at to see what the power output is. And as you speak, keep your eye on that meter and try to keep that meter up in the sweet spot, by controlling it with your voice level. Roger?
Yes, I understand that, and that's what it is. And I know people say I bring my voice up and down a lot, and it's something I can't really help. Anyway, Jim, I'll just want to thank you, and I'll come back in a couple weeks, and hopefully I'll get my new choppers, and we'll work on it a little bit more then, get more vibration, whatever, and hopefully I can do better there, Jim. This is Kilowatt X-Ray 3 Charlie.
Roger, Lee, I think you're doing just perfect. Just run it like that. Keep an eye on that meter and try to keep it up. And if you feel strained, just turn your mic gain up just a little bit more, so you feel at ease as you're using your voice. You know, there's no necessity for straining your voice. Just pull that mic gain up to where you're comfortable. Roger.
So, Jim, thank you very much.
Roger, Lee. Well, let me say 73 to you, sir, if you want to hear your recording. If you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for Kilo Charlie 9, Victor Kilo Victor, followed by today's date, 3/5/21, that will take you directly to this recording. So 73 Lee, this is KC9VKV, Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.